Purtroppo in gran parte dei casi si tratta di spostamenti forzati causati da conflitti, disastri naturali, persecuzioni, cambiamenti climatici, violenze, povertà estrema e condizioni di vita indegne. La nostra comune risposta si potrebbe articolare attorno a 4 verbi: accogliere, proteggere, promuovere e integrare.
I was rather saddened back in November last year when I went to Calais and I met up with some of these migrants, some young people, many of them from Eritrea, Ethiopia, desperate to get to the UK.
How does Scotland, which is a country that has often been a place where there has been migration out and migration in, how do we respond to the challenges of forced displacement and migration in this day and age, in the 21st century?
It's a real mix, and there's kind of people from absolutely loads of countries. And recently we've seen a big increase in the number from Iran and Iraq. But yeah, I mean, if you look at our annual report, you can see there's just a huge range of countries that people come from, yeah.
Let's face it, the British government was putting up all kind of obstacles to stop them getting there. Not a very welcoming attitude at all, given the crisis there is in the world at the moment. There have been so many refugees.
Every group of people who've moved into the west of Scotland have come through Govan Hill. Govan Hill is, I often describe it as like a port that is not actually on the sea, because we've had the Irish Catholics here, we've had the Asians here, we had the Jewish population here.
I saw the Syrians as still being fearful and bewildered with everything that was going on around them, not speaking the language, not knowing their way about.
2 years ago I was in Jordan and I met some Iraqi refugees. These were Iraqi Christians who had to flee from their homes under cover of darkness, walking 5 or 10 hours to get to safety as they were chased out of Mosul and the Nineveh plain by ISIS, and desperate to get away and of course unable to go back. These people didn't leave their homes by choice.
If you want to apply for asylum in the UK, you have to go to Croydon. So even if you come to Scotland first, you've physically got to travel to Croydon. And at that point, until you've applied, you're an illegal immigrant. So it's also not the most comfortable journey to be taking.
It's been very encouraging to see how welcoming parishes have been to migrants that have arrived in Scotland, trying to help them be integrated into the community and give them a warm welcome, show them that they're valued and respected, because that's one of the things Pope Francis has pointed out to us, that we have to respect the human dignity of these people. These are people who are in need, and therefore countries and peoples have to be welcoming to the migrants whenever they come and the refugees.
I came to Scotland like 2.5 years ago. I came on a scholarship to study film. I finished my degree in film directing. After that, I went to the asylum process, so I claimed my asylum in the UK and I've been granted a refugee status. It's a leave to remain for 5 years in the UK. It was like a difficult journey to come here, you know, because I'm coming from Palestine, Gaza in particular. We've got this big problem in the borders and the issue like to cross. But I was like lucky to get this permission to cross and to come here.
And really thinking about integration having to be a two-way process that involves both the receiving community and those coming. And really, yeah, putting ourselves in the shoes of the migrants to be as welcoming as possible.
In 2015, in November, 12 Syrian families came to Airdrie and Coatbridge. But in the months beforehand, community groups, faith groups, individuals all joined with North Lanarkshire to plan and organise a warm welcome for our Syrians. We gathered clothes, nappies, toiletries, toys, and we also organised social events. But the most important thing that I think that we did was we established a befriending group.
So at Scottish Refugee Council, we're proud of the work that we're doing. with our staff and volunteers. Only last year we helped nearly 500 individuals and families to rebuild their lives and to be new Scots and be our new neighbours.
Bine ai venit! Bună dimineața! Welcome to the space. Our mission is that families will be enabled to build better lives in thriving communities, and a community cannot thrive when you have racial tension amongst all the different groups. So building community seeks to bring people together, to build social trust, to allow them to identify shared values that they can be alongside each other.
I know the space for 4 years and I'm coming for helping. The space has been helping me with everything: clothes, food, letters, English, read, write, everything. And after that I start to work in food space.
We visit families at home so that we can get to know them. Community integration is about brokering relationships so that people can access essential services that you and I would take for granted. Health, education, housing, for example. Building better futures is about two things. It's about personal growth and it's about personal skills.
I think the one thing for me is there's no difference between me and these ladies. They are my friends as well as they are people that come and use their service.
Generalmente ca engleza te chiravas, te de la miso se mi nevoie. Hai, imagina, so mai si, trebuie te cări.
I think there's absolutely loads of ways that people can help. I mean, obviously there are the kind of more direct opportunities like the befriending programme that we have, where you can actually meet a refugee and help them directly.
We're proud of the warm welcome and sanctuary Scotland has extended to refugees over the years. Today I'm sharing this message with you to share our response to the positive messages of Pope Francis for refugees and migrants around the world. They need our protection, they need our safety, and they need the support to integrate and rebuild their lives in safety and dignity within their new and adopted homes.
Because people are people, and you meet people where they're at.
Because you help somebody that's poor because they're poor, you feed someone that's hungry because they're hungry, and you shelter someone that's homeless because they're homeless. You don't turn them away because they're a different religion, because they're Muslim, or because they're a different colour, or because of another country. These people are very much in need to fly. They're fleeing their homes, not out of choice, because they have to.